All right, hello. How's it going, guys? Today, I have a very special video that I've been meaning to make for literally a couple of years. Today, I'm going to do the director's commentary for my Halo 4 Montage 4, which came out like almost 4 years ago in December 2016. So, I just wanted to go through and talk about kind of like the creative process behind it and like clips, editing, everything. So, if you like this montage, you'll probably like this. If not, I don't know how long this is going to be. This might come out bad, but we'll see. So yeah, basically my just for a little background, I put out a Halo 4 Montage 1 that I deleted from YouTube like years ago because it was just so bad. The clips were so bad, the editing was so bad. I think I was embarrassed, so I just deleted it, which sucks. But I did not, so I don't even remember much about my Halo 4 Montage 1. Although I do remember the soundtrack that I used, and I remember it had a couple bangers in it, including this no scope overkill that got me on FB Walshy Returns. Actually, fun fact, that was my first feature there, so that was kind of cool. And then moving forward, I made my montage H4 Montage 2, which was called Expectations 2. That's still live. It's on YouTube. It's kind of bad, but you can go check that out if you want. And then in 2015, I made my Montage 3, which was kind of like my first successful video, I would say. Like people that in the Halo community where people like realized who I was, or like that I was a montager, like found out about me, I guess. So that was cool. But that brings us to my Montage 4, which is came out in 2016, and I hit all the clips between my M3 and M4. So the clips in this video are from, I want to say, maybe late 2015, but most of them are from 2016. And they're actually all on the Halo, or on the 360 version of Halo 4. There's no MCC clips in this, which I really like because the old version of Halo 4 is just better in a lot of ways. It has maps that MCC doesn't have, or didn't back then, and still doesn't have. It has different game types. It has like perks, like weapon skins and things that aren't in the full MCC version now. So it's just a more complete version of Halo 4. And remember, I made this back in 2016, so it was a lot more alive. The original Halo 4 was on the 360. So yeah, I just had a lot of like storylines going from the past. I made a bunch of leftover videos with, well, whatever. We'll get into it. So go ahead, start the video up. Oh yeah, so this strive for perfection, this quote, strive for perfection, but do not be afraid to fail, by Kevin Nolting at Pixar Studios. So this is actually, he's an alum of the college I went to. So he came and like gave a talk, I think just about editing or like the film industry or whatever. And that was, I took my notes, and kind of right when he said that, I was like, oh man, I like that quote. So yeah, I led off with this quote in the montage. I'm not sure it was a great idea. I'm not sure I would do it again. I like the quote. It's just kind of, it's like kind of heavy, you know? I don't know. I might put it at a different place or whatever. So here we go, off into the intro. The fun fact, the soundtrack for this it's a remix of a G-Eazy song. I used to be a huge G-Eazy fan back in the day, back in like 2014, 15, 16, before he became super trash. So this is like an unreleased remix of one of his songs by his producer. So it felt kind of fitting to bring that forward and continue to like have a thread going from the past with the same artists and bringing that thread into the future. That was an idea I really liked, to have like a continuity to your montage career, I guess. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I decided to have a live action intro. That's something else that I really like in montages. I think Ishii that's where I saw that first, is with Mike's videos. But I really like the idea of like using more IRL footage in videos. So yeah, that's something. And again, that's something I brought from the past. That's something I did in my Halo 4 Montage 2 in the intro. So I brought it forward here. Again, not the best. I thought this shot was cool. This is just up in the mountains of LA where I live with the intros. It worked well. I think I shot these on my phone, so the quality is not super great. Going back to the slow-mo there, that's me walking down the hallway in one of the campus buildings. In hindsight, it doesn't look that good. It's kind of like the slow motion is too slow. And it's a little warpy too. So not the best shot, but cool idea. And then this is a mix of in-game stuff. That's the campus at my school. That wasn't actually me sitting on the little structure right here. I think people thought that was me. And I was like, no, man, that was just a guy. This was like a particularly beautiful day. It didn't really show up well on my little shitty phone camera, but that's besides the point. So title sequence, and then you get the cut to black. Not my greatest intro. It's kind of out of place. The only reason I really used the song was to bring that thread forward, to have like the continuity. Like, well, I used this artist before. I want to use him again. So yeah, getting into the body of the montage, talking about soundtrack, I stole this song from a different montage. It was an anniversary montage that had already used this song. It's Beauty of the Unhidden Heart by the Glitch Mob. It's a great song. I know that's a little bit frowned on in the community, and even back then I knew that, but I felt like I got a pass for a couple reasons. Number one, it's not a super popular video that everybody, didn't get a ton of attention. And both the names in it were kind of like not as prevalent in the community anymore. So yes, I stole it. Well, I didn't steal a song. It's not like theft. But yeah, I watched that montage. I liked the edit that was done, and it kind of just fit the vibe for what I wanted to do with my M4. So that's why I used that. So yeah, the first couple angles on Solace, they kind of reference my M3 again a little bit with the lift. So I like that intro with the HUDless sprint forward. I like the idea of opening a montage with a first strike clip, like the start of a game, like a Halo game, and not the start of the montage. I think it's kind of appropriate to start a song like that. So yeah, dude, sprinting forward, and this is a classic HUDless thing, which I've always been a big fan of. So you fade in the HUD as he picks up the snipe. And yeah, you have a nice little King of the Hill exterm. Fun fact, I missed a lot more shots actually. It was not a super clean clip, but in the edit, I was able to just remove some more misses. You hear the little shot chink with the sniper reload. That's the Halo 3 sound effect. I think that's the best sounding sniper clink. I think it's important to use other sounds other than just the shots for your syncing. Don't forget you can use, nade throws, nade bounces, sniper clicks, little, get creative with the sound. So that's the Halo 3 sound you're hearing, and then the Halo 4 snipe sound. So. And then you hear with the multi-kill medals, I think it's the Reach Extermination that I used. It sounds so much better than the Halo 4 announcer saying Extermination. So I think for this I used the Halo 4 multi-kill sounds, but the Halo Reach Extermination sound effect. So you got this nice little transition into Anchor 9, or not Anchor 9, what am I talking about? Station 9, which is a competitive game type. And you got the 4-for-1 there. I didn't show the medals, but you can see in the raw clip, I didn't fake it. It's a real 4-for-1. And then because I was jetpacking up like an idiot, I got killed by the kill barrier, which kind of sucks. But so basically, like 6 people died as a result of this clip. 4 enemies, a teammate, and then I killed myself too. So that was cool. And then moving on to the next clip, I had some just to talk a little bit about like my goals for this project, what I wanted to do with things. I've always stressed like map variety. That's something going in, I definitely knew I wanted to have a lot of map variety. I wanted to have a lot of weapon variety, snipe clips, laser clips, as you see here on the neutral flag. This is a nice little shot on the Ghost, little no scope on the driver, and finish for the 2 headshots for the TAC. That's a clip that it was kind of borderline. I hit this. This is one of the last clips I hit for this Taj. Was this Ragnarok sniper laser tack? Um, Not super impressive. I mostly liked the ghost snipe for the triple. Um, but as far as like just to talk about standards, there's a lot of clips in this that I would not consider main anymore. Or even at the time, I was sort of like, you know what? I don't really. I'm not trying to impress people with my gameplay or with my multi kills. I'm trying to impress people with like making Halo 4 look beautiful. That's something I really wanted to emphasize with this. So yeah, my whole gameplay and editing approach to Halo 4 is basically this: make it look like Halo Reach, because I think Reach was really good looking. The all the textures and models, weapon models, character models, they all look really good. So I played Reach before Halo 4, and so kind of going into Halo 4, montaging, I kind of wanted to approach it like Reach, just treat it like Reach, and play game types that kind of remind people of Reach. So my Halo 4 gameplay is kind of like Reachified Halo 4 gameplay. It's not super Halo 4-y Halo 4 gameplay, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just a bunch of nonsense at this point. But yeah, moving on. Bam, bam, kill, tacular. And then so you go to the Vortex clip. This is another clip that not really amazing. I mean, it was a sniper's clip. I'll just let it play out. I think it was all headshot. Yeah, you see the little effect there, the little bar effect. I love that angle with the sniper spinning like past the camera. This is something I try to do with my angles. Just a little tip for any editors out there, I guess. Try to use more than just the center of the screen. So that's a tip that was given to me. I forget who did it. Somebody on the Halo forum like years ago. I was like, critique my editing. What can I improve on? They're like, use the rest of the screen. Don't just have stuff flying towards the camera straight, It's a cool like action effect to have it rolling like this, but notice how the sniper is rolling. It kind of peels right to left. That's a cool, it draws your eye around different parts of the frame. Hastings, I know, is really good at this, at guiding your eye with movement and making transitions. I was kind of a less advanced editor back when I made this Taj 4 years ago, so that kind of just happened by accident. And then there you go. There's the finish for the tack. Again, not an amazing clip, but I knew I wanted it in there because of the map variety. Vortex is a really hard map for me. It's kind of just a bad map, but I wanted to get a clip in on there. So. And then we get to the Adrift clip, which is a Killionaire. Spoilers. Damage boost for a while. Let's see. Nice little flash effect there with like cutting out every other frame or something like that. Okay, so there you see the Nair. There you go. Let's go back to the beginning and see how we got in here. So that's kind of the structure of the song. It really pops on the tack shot, where you get to like the really dubsteppy, whoop whoop whoop. Just with this effect, this is a real easy green screen. Halo 4 Forge has a green screen like asset that you can just plop down. Basically, all I did is we'll just go frame by frame through this. A little bit of a radial blur there. You can see in the metals, kind of this circular type of thing. But I just called down a green screen, or called down a damage boost on a green screen, recorded it in theater, and then kind of keyed it out in Final Cut. Not a super great key. I could have messed with the colors, made it a lot nicer. But that kind of, I think it's just maybe a cross dissolve between the two clips in the background. And again, this is not very good. I would have liked to scale it maybe, the damage boost popping in like this, but this was a cool... And then, yeah, if you look in the little cinematic, my guy running with a shotgun there on the left, he already has it. He already has the damage boost outline, so I guess he runs forward and it kind of just disappeared. Yeah, it falls apart if you go frame by frame, but at full speed, this is a cool transition. I'm proud of this. And fun fact, this was the second Killionaire I hit chronologically. So I hit my other Killionaire first, and then I hit this Nair, and I just laughed out loud when I hit it because I knew it was so bad. I was like, oh man, freaking on this map with the weapons were so weird. I was like, I can't believe I hit a Killionaire. And I almost didn't use it. I almost made this a leftover. But I kind of thought, you know, it's a Killionaire. At one point, I think this may have been the first Killionaire on this map in 4v4. I don't really know. But it was cool enough, so I said, fuck it. I used it. You can see the range on the shotgun's pretty nuts with the damage boost, especially. There's a needler guy. And then, so here, I have one shotgun bullet remaining. I can't remember. I think I run up. I think I actually shot and I missed. So you can see I smack the dude, pull out the BR. Nice little Twixter there. It's a little warpy, but it's not too bad. On the hand, the thumb there, my thumb on the BR looks kind of bad, but the explosion with the grenade, that doesn't look too bad. Another sound effect choice. The Halo 4 BR sounds terrible. It sounds like crickets.
I'll go with the H4BR. That gun literally sounds like a cricket, dude. You sound like you're just at the farm in a field and you're just like... Worst gun ever. Like, literally, that gun pisses me off just because it sounds like that.
Yeah, I agree with Vetoed for sure. So, I went with the Halo 3 BR because I think it sounds the best. That was a good choice. So, a little sloppy BR there. I jetpacked up, and I'll play the raw clip at some point. The BR finish here for the Tast and for the Killpock here, really sloppy. So that's one thing where you hit the raw clip, you kind of think, that was ridiculous. I can't even use that. But with a little editing, you know, some nice angles and some good syncing, you can clean up a clip and make it look a lot better than it is. So, and then here, I didn't 4-shot the Nair. I guess I 5-shotted him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was cool. And then this is a cool little screenshot, I guess, or a freeze frame with my teammate got the little sticky det on the ground right after I killed him. With the Nair metal, I guess it's tracked there, not very well. Again, super basic effect. I'm pretty sure I just dropped the PNG there into Final Cut. I think I changed the blend mode and then tracked it with transform, like really simple. No, you know, it's a little rough around the edges, honestly. But that was cool. I just wanted to kind of give it a moment to sit, let you sit with the fact that, like, oh shit, he just hit the Nair on this stupid map. I hate this map. So moving on here, get into snipers. This is Covey snipers, so it's all beams. Extermination, that's the reach medal. Yeah, kind of a cool clip. The one thing I would say is I don't like what I did with the edit here. With the I had to kind of buy some time before the first shot. I knew where I wanted to sync, so I went for this kind of slow-mo with little radial blur warp. It doesn't look very good, and in hindsight, I think I should have just cut to a different theater angle or something. But yeah, they basically, this blue team just walked all in front of me, so I just lucked into this. You notice with the gameplay, there's a big focus on exterminations in this, because in Halo 4, for those of you who don't know, most of the game modes are instant respawn, meaning if you press X, you just respawn after like 1 second or just like half a second. So prior to MCC, Halo 4 exterminations were kind of like a little bit rarer than I'd say maybe in like Reach or H3, just because you just have to get lucky that the other team doesn't press respawn. So you see there another little clickety clackety flashy thing. I'm pretty sure that's the stupidest name for that effect ever. So my guy spawns in, he runs ahead. Again, you hear that H3BR. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so sync, especially with BR clips, the sync can be tough. I think I did a pretty good job on this one. Basically, I think this clip is all VR. What I like about this clip is I get down to one shot like 3 separate times. So right here, I have no shields. I get them back. And then I guess I cut it out, but some grenade went off and fucking took me from full shields to no shields. So I like clips where I'm kind of in the middle of the action. You know, there's dudes all around me. It's not just easy shots. I like to make things interesting and go for kind of flashy shots, put myself in the middle. So yeah, that's something that maybe I prioritize too much, even to a fault, is clips where your health is low or you're one shot or you're getting shot a lot. Um, but this is a clip that definitely made use of that. And then I finished for the task. The little screen shake effect there, I don't love it. I could have done something else, I guess, but it did the job. Okay, so moving on to longbow, this clip. This is just like, I wasn't even montaging on this. This is just right place, right time. And when I hit this, I was like, dude, excuse me? You know, like there's four of them. If you look, you can look back in the theater file. There's a million like AFKs, but they're kind of like half AFK. They're kind of looking at each other. Some of them, yeah, just right place, right time. This is one of those things that you can't really replicate. This is just you got to play a lot of hours of Halo and just get lucky, honestly, to hit stuff like that. Fun fact, this little driver, the guy driving the Warthog in this, when I'm not montaging, I used to like drive around in heavies with this guy. Is Beige. He's just like this guy who loves driving Warthogs. He doesn't like he's kind of bad. I'm just gonna say that his gun skill is not great. He's not a montager. He just likes to drive Warthogs. So that worked for me. I was like, hey man, can I get on the Goss? He was like, sure. So, and we used to play together a whole bunch. So I thought it was kind of cool to kind of include him in here as a little bit of a feature. You know, my regular driver dude drove me to this crazy clip. And then this is a pretty simple transition. Just go from the overhead of four of them dead to a little dissolve. Or is it even, I think it's just a harsh cut. Yeah, it's just a one frame, a harsh cut of, again, a first, like very start of the map. Four dudes. So I think oh man, okay. You'll see the rotation here. It looks like here it's going clockwise, but then on the Simplex, it's going counterclockwise, which is interesting. I don't know why I did that. I would have thought that I want to match the direction to make a nice smooth cut. But anyway, that's a good cut. I like it. Shotgun CTF, you'll see as a game type. I like to get a lot of game type variety in here. So in this Taj, there's 4v4, there's 6v6 in heavies. This is an action sack clip. There's some snipers clips, 4v4 snipes, 5v5 flag. I don't think I have any 8v8 BTB in this actually. I don't play too much BTB, or at least I didn't on the 360. So here you go. Yeah, the sticky clip. I really like that angle. I remember having to go back in theater on the sticky angle and just film this so many times to try and get the, like, to keep it in frame and also kind of get the parallax effect of like whoosh. You know, I'm flying through space, make it look fast, make it look cool. You'll hear with the sound effects again. I used, I think, either the reach sticky effect, the little pew when you stick the dude, and then the explosion too. Because it's a lot bassier. It's just a better sound effect. Halo 4 stickies do not sound good at all. So there you go. I don't think I stuck the guy. I think it just fell at his feet. I can look back in theater. I think I have a theater angle somewhere. But what I like about this clip is its first strike. It involves a sticky. I kind of wanted to get some variety in here with the weapons. So you've seen a lot of sniper, some rockets, some laser, BR with grenades. So this is a shotgun clip. But I like that right as the sticky goes off, I kill the guy for the triple and then quickly follow up for the... it's almost simultaneous for the triple, and then just follow up with the exterm. Jump up and grab the flag. And that's a cool transition. If you've watched other commentaries of mine, you'll notice I've done this pistol transition a couple times. I did it in Hambone's Reach montage. It's just really simple. It's a you Twixter the reload, I guess it was, and you can see there it's not really perfect. I could have matched the coloring a lot better. I think at this time I was kind of editing in a hurry, and I was just like, whatever, good enough. Um, I'm not like an effects oriented editor, I would say. I'm just not very good, and I never really learned properly. So I don't really know how to make stuff look good. I'm kind of just like, oh, it's creative, you know. They see what I'm trying to do. You feel me? It's not so much about execution as just the intent, I think. So that was cool. This next clip is a little weird because the you can see this is the Exile Goshawk clip, another Goshawk clip. So I'm the gunner here. I'm the blue gunner. I kind of like, because I'm red team here. This is something that I paid a lot of attention to as well. And you'd be, even when it comes to like variety, dude, no lie, I think I was looking through my clips and I was like, I want to make sure I have a good mix of clips between where I'm red team and where I'm blue team. Like I want to kill blue guys and red guys. So there's just a lot of like aspects to clips, I guess, that you might not notice, but they're there. Another thing was weapon skins. So you'll notice with the Adrift, if you just go back, look at the Adrift clip. I have this like green BR skin, but then on Hekau, you know, I have this steampunk skin. So that's something that with the variety, I was like, well, I want, you know, map variety, game type variety, weapon skin variety, team color variety. I wanted it to be, I don't know. It all kind of, you'd think like that's stupid, it doesn't even matter, but like it all combines to kind of keep things visually interesting, and that does matter. So that's just my 2 cents. Moving on to Exile. This is I think it's a Halo 2 Goss sound effect. So you can see I pulled sound effects from everywhere. I like the sync what I did there. Atrocity, Jaro. And then this is an interesting clip. A lot of people really liked this. I wasn't even sure on whether I should put this in because it's 7 kills with the Goss. You know, it's not that. And then this guy's almost AFK, the task there. Stick the POC, and I jet away. I actually cut it out. There was another guy after this POC, and I threw the sticky to try and stick the Nair. How crazy would that be? And it was sad. It made me sad. So yeah, for those that don't know, there's a perk in Halo 4 called Survivor, where if you're in a vehicle and it blows up, instead of dying, it just shoots you straight up. It just kicks you out, and you can keep going. So from the moment they added that to the game, I was like, oh man, I want to hit a clip with it where you use a vehicle till you get blown up, and then you keep going to continue the multi. And it's exactly what I did here. You'll notice also the driver, Beej, same guy as on Longbow, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, sound effects again. The Halo 2 Ghost. I think it sounds the most like ghosty, I guess, of all the games. So yeah, the frag blows us up. You'll notice the BR sound effect again with the green skin. Yeah, the Halo 4 BR is just, it's no bueno. So gotta go with a different sound effect. And then we go to another Ragnarok clip. Let me just pause it real quick. Well, I'll let the clip play first. No scope triple. You'll notice the song kind of like dies down here a little bit as my character just, you know, mashes on the jetpack. Bam! And then comes back with the overkill shot, which is a bit of a, not a lightning snipe, but kind of a nice little whippy quick scope thing. So when I was struggling with editing during this part of the song, because it goes quiet for so long, you know, her voice just like fades out, and it's like, wow, why? This is a slow part, so I knew the editing had to be kind of slow. So with this clip, oh man, this is another borderline clip. I wasn't sure if I should use it. You know, it's only attack. It's on Ragnarok. It's in 5v5 flag. Maybe it was 4v4. I don't know. People quit and stuff. But yeah, 5v5. It's only attack. And I already used a Ragnarok attack, you'll recall, earlier in the video. So I was like, I don't know. And it's the same weapons. I think I'm the same team color, same everything. Nice little editing opportunity how I no-scope the dude off the mongoose. And then you see the Twixter, that the HUD fades out during the Twixter, which is kind of cool. I really like that. That turned out really good. But I kind of like the idea of like as the in the song her vocals fade out, my character kind of just like jets up and I don't know becomes an angel. I would have put like some wings on there, but it's kind of the idea that I had is like jetting up, looking where is it, bam, there it is, and then finish for the laser attack, which was cool. Um, and then moving on to the next clip, Haven. I think a lot of people didn't maybe get this clip. It's probably the most under noticed clip, I'd say, in this montage. So let's just go play back. You got to pay attention to the gamer tags. This is Ricochet, but this is actually on 2 enemies. So it's no scope 1, then the BR finish, and I'm looking. It's just a prediction shot, truly. I didn't even see the guy. I just knew I had a double and figured he would be spawning somewhere. Maybe he would be backstairs. So I just took a shot and it connected. So let's see. Yeah. So when I shoot, I mean, I don't even see the guy. I don't even think he's there. Maybe he had camo. Yeah, he's just right. Yeah. No, there's no evidence of the guy. So this is something I go for in my gameplay. Like I said before, I'm not the best montager. I really like I don't hit a lot of big multi kills, so I kind of play the game a little differently. I try to go for crazy prediction shots and stuff like this. I've probably gone for hundreds of prediction shots and hit only a couple. But once again, thinking backwards to my montage 3, the best clip far and away in that was a prediction triple shot where I just didn't even know. I didn't see the dude. I just like whipped it. So in my M3, that was actually a ricochet prediction, like off the floor on Solus or something. So as soon as I hit this clip, I was like, oh man, it's so similar to that one. I knew I had to main it. Just as kind of like a little bit of a throwback, I guess. And then, so you can kind of see there's some trends. I like to bring things forward, kind of have like a continuity between M3, M4, and then coming out later this year, M5, hopefully, has some of the same callbacks, throwbacks, things like that. So yeah, going on, moving on. Bam. Yeah, dude, I love that clip. Back to Solus. So again, a repeated map. I tried not to repeat maps. I think I had 2 Exile clips, 2 Ragnarok clips, and 2 Solus clips. So I really like Solus map. This is a really cool angle. It just has such cool editing potential because it's so pretty with the lift. So that's another. It's kind of another weird thing. Being someone who plays and edits their own gameplay, I tend to choose my clips based on how much editing potential they have. So I might go for a clip that's less impressive or like gameplay cool, but I might just use something because it's on a cool map that has like a pretty skybox that I want to use or something, for example. So that's kind of the case with Solus, although this is again, you'll notice from the score and the time, this is again the very beginning of a game. On Solus, I'm on the opposite side of the map, but you'll see the 2-for-1 into triple into I had to use the double body shot for the for the finish. So on paper, I mean, it's a cool clip. It might not be main for other montagers just because it's the double body finish. I mean, having a cool 2-for-1 is cool. A lot of people wouldn't main this because of the it's not a headshot multi kill. I said fuck it. I said I'm using it, and I also kind of like that it's so similar to the other Solus Exterm. It's a first strike Exterm with not perfect shooting. This one is an Infinity Slayer, so it's actually a like an insta spawn game type. Again, I just got lucky. This shouldn't have been an Exterm. If the first guy, or one of the first 2 guys that I killed with the 2-for-1, would have just pressed X, this would have just been a body shot, overkill. It wouldn't have been main for sure, but because it's an Exterm, I used it. So I kind of had a couple repeat clips. You know, you had the Solus repeats right here, And then the two Ragnarok clips in this Taj are really similar. They're both attacks with laser and snipe. These are both uh, like first strike snipe exterms on Solus. So I don't know, man. For all my talk of variety, I just use what I want. I don't know. I don't care. And then moving on to the final clip of the Taj, I talked about. Oh, I'll just let it play out. Whatever. So you got the weird triple with a pulse nade and a railgun and a melee, and then you rail the over, smack the tack in the face, shoot the AFK guy. I really like that pistol sync. That came out really, really well. Smack the Tast, smack the Pock, and smack the Exterm for the Nair. And that's the last clip of the Taj. That's the closing clip. So there's a lot to talk about here. Yeah, let's talk about it. This was the first Killionaire that I hit. So I used the Adrift one earlier, but this was actually the first one that I hit chronologically. So this one, I wish I'd been recording my reaction when I hit this. I was just freaking out. I was so happy to finally hit a Killionaire on this game. But see a little RGB twitch effect there as the song kind of gears up for the sync point on the double. It's not super well done. I think it could go without, but yeah, hit the guy. AFK double, you'll see there. I didn't like showing the POV of me shooting AFKs. It's just kind of cheesy. I mean, AFKs are just cheesy. There's no way around it. But for this clip, in two places, for the double and for the Killtrocity, I opted to just show an angle of the dude instead of my POV, like laying the bullets into him, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the multi-kill. It came out okay. Editing's a little bit crazy on this. This triple kill is just weird. It's a charge up railgun. Okay, I throw a pulse nade out of nowhere, which is just a total loss. Just write that one off. Total loss. Charge up the rail. I like miss. It hits the ground, takes away his shields, I guess, and then the melee smack him. Oh, kind of smacked him in the dick actually, and some blood came out. For the triple kill, and then I used the jetpack, grab the flag, smack this guy. There's the same guy. This guy for the Killtrocity, who was my double kill. I had a really hard time editing this middle part of the clip because I knew where I wanted it to end. You know, you have to put the Killionaire smack on the last beat of the song. So this section I'd say flows like the poorest in the whole montage for this kill right here with the song. So yeah, it kind of cuts time a little bit. Like you have me. That's a cool angle. It's nice composition there. For those that don't know, rule of thirds, really important. Basically, I'll put a little overlay over here. But basically, when you're filming stuff, you want to use the whole frame. You want to have characters facing each other in a way that makes sense. Foreground, background. So, but to go to just frame by frame on this atrocity, I smack the guy. You cut pretty quickly to, or I cut pretty quickly to an angle of me, holding forward. Basically, I wasn't sure if I wanted to smack this guy or shoot him. I shoot him 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he just dies. Even though I'm pretty sure if we look at the raw clip, you can't force shot with the Flagnum. It's not like that. But then moving right off of that, and then you go to an angle of him like falling dead after the time, like I don't know how to say it, the temporality doesn't work super well here. So that's a point of improvement that I can tell to myself 4 years ago. There's a nice little sync, bang, 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 bang. That worked out really well. That's the Halo 4 Magnum sound effect because I realized I tried it with I think the Reach Magnum sound effect and I didn't really like it. So yeah, pay attention to sound, people. Do a better job. Sound design, it's important. Here you go. All these dudes run in. You can see the little spawner there in the background. Where is it? There he is. You can see him warping in there. So Tast right here, Pock right here, and then what would become the Nair is just spawning in. So you smack him, cut to the quick angle. I wanted to show myself kind of like taking damage throughout this whole clip. You can see at the beginning, I think I come into this with a full overshield, which is, again, a little tacky. Overshield clips, not the best. But I did like that I was kind of in the middle, getting naded, getting shot, getting smacked this whole clip. Killionaire. There you go. And then, so the funny thing is, I cut right to Swanky. I didn't. If I were to do this again, I would probably maybe just cut to black or something else. I think it's weird to cut from gameplay like to your name. That's weird. I don't know. A little bit too dramatic of an ending, I would say, I guess. But there you go. It's Swanky Halo 4 Montage 4. Oh, a note on montages and naming. I wasn't sure for this if I wanted to. There's kind of two ways to do it. You know, you can just call it what it is, which is, you know, your name and then what Halo and what montage number. So Swanky H4M4, you know, stuff like that. Or you can kind of give it a title, like This is Halo or Crossroads, or like a title that's kind of means something. It's related to like the circumstances of the video's creation or something like that. I couldn't think of a good title that wasn't just like picking a word that doesn't really mean anything. So I was sort of like, you know, I'm just going to call this what it is. This video is called Swanky Halo 4 Montage 4. That's what it is. Suck it up and deal with it. But kind of the end of the song plays out. I kind of put these really sappy texts here. I did have meet some amazing people, like this Warthog driver right here, Siege Beach, and had some truly memorable times on H4. I don't know why I was so melodramatic during this. That's a pro tip for any montage makers out there. You know, keep the sap out of it. Like, just you know, because you're gonna be laughing at yourself years later, like I am right now, if you take things too seriously. So have fun. Again, as a little bit of a visual callback, this angle here on Solus with the waterfall, almost a carbon copy of what I did in my M3 during that montage. So there's a lot of stuff reused. I can make a whole list of kind of influences I took from myself and similar threads that run through my montaging. But yeah, you kind of just let the song play out. Got the sappy text. Yeah, so there's your soundtrack. I always like to give a soundtrack. That's something I wish people did more, is if you make a montage, have the songs in the video. Not everyone, you know, some people are watching on mobile. They don't want to scroll. Not everyone wants to scroll through your description to figure out what your soundtrack is. Anyway, these are just some angles, kind of leftover angles from the clips in the video that I didn't use. This is not goodbye. Yeah. Okay, so this is another thing that I like to do is, I think I did this in my M3 too. I knew that this would not be my end of Halo editing. At the time, in 2016, when I made this, I thought this might be my last montage, especially on Halo 4. Turns out that's not true. We got the M5 coming out late 2020. Stay tuned. But it's a cool little signature. I'd say it's less cringy than these little text messages over the credits. As a side note, this angle, not super great. You can see the birds. I guess they're like alien birds, like flapping their wing. They're really, it doesn't look good. It's like a choppy animation. I think it doesn't look good. So if I were to redo this, I would just pick a different angle to end on. Again, I like the idea that you got a mountain and you're kind of tilt panning like up into the sky, but could have done that one a lot better. And that's it. That's the montage. Just shy of 5 minutes in total. Make more short montages. That's if I could have a platform, if I could get up on the podium and have a montage platform, make them shorter, man. Not everyone wants to sit through 10, 12, 15, 20 minutes of video. Keep it short. Anyway, that's it. It's kind of the end of the video. This was, I guess, a bit of a reaction, Swanky reacts, director's commentary, just a little bit about my thought process and the way I go about making montages, from clipping to selecting clips to picking a song to doing effects to, you know, soundtrack selection. It's all super important. I talked a lot about sound design. Shout out to Silly Goose, actually. I'm gonna have a link in the description to to some of his multi-Halo sound effect packs. Those are what I used for this video. I think that's pretty much what all Halo editors use. So big shout out to Silly Goose with single Halo clips. Download those packs if you're an editor. And yeah, I'll have more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.